What's going on, guys? Sam from NewMarketingU, and today I have some great news for you. If you have terrible grammar, just like I do, I have terrible grammar, and that great news is great grammar is killing your cold email. So when it comes to business emails, specifically cold emails, so if you're using cold emails to talk to prospects, your ideal prospects, to turn them into clients, get them on calls, then great grammar could be killing your cold email responses. And that sounds weird, right? If it sounds weird, if it sounds really strange, because it's like, well, how? Because we've been taught that, really professional sounding emails with no spelling errors, with great grammar, will get you taken like a lot more seriously. But that's not true. That couldn't be further away from the truth. And I know this because I've tested it out on in many different industries when it comes to cold email, whether that's restaurants, IT, hospitality, consulting, whatever it is. And what I've done is I've not only sent hundreds, but I've sent thousands of these cold emails, testing out different lines, testing out different spelling errors, different grammars, different grammar, etc. And what I've found through all of these emails is if your emails have a hint, all right, so a small, like a dash of an error here or there, it makes the email a lot more believable. A lot of people think that, well, I want to get email sent from me from a company that, overlooks or double checks or triple checks their emails. But in the world that we're in now, and not just now, but even years ago, a lot of campaigns that are set up, especially emails, are all copy and paste. So they do one email really, really well. They copy everything in the text and then they send all to their email list or their lead list. But if you really think about it, someone that's taking the time out to be very specific to you in that email, if they get a word wrong here and there, it wouldn't matter, because you can tell that this person took time to really diagnose everything about, your LinkedIn or your profile or whatever, and then reached out to you. So you're more likely to be like, oh, okay, this seems like a real human being, let me reach out to them. And so I tested this where I set up a generic email and I sent to a lead list. Then a second where I'm taking the time out to get to understand their pain points or stuff that they've discussed previously, whether it's on LinkedIn or the website, blog or whatever. And I've gone through the email and I've had perfect grammar. I've used sites like, Grammarly, which I guess is a Chrome extension now, / app that you can pay for, that makes sure that you sound really professional in your email. I used to use Grammarly a lot, and then I just started typing, making sure that I intentionally make one word wrong. And what I've seen, or a few words wrong, and what I've seen is that over like 80% of the emails that I've sent with at least 2 words wrong in them that I intentionally put into the email gets a much higher response rate than emails that are very specific but they seem almost too perfect, like an AI helped me with it. So a very weird but interesting development, right? Great grammar is literally killing your cold email responses, and that is absolutely crazy. Now, bear in mind, there's always exceptions to nearly every rule. So if you're emailing, your college professor or something like that, or something else, then I guess the grammar and professionalism still counts. But in terms of cold email, like outbound, reaching to prospects, you want to make sure that your email is spiced up a little bit with some incorrect words, so they know that it's actually a person that took time out and made a mistake or two, and they're more willing to be accepting of you and want to take that phone call. Now, bear in mind, if you're getting the very easy words wrong, okay, like a lot of them, then again, this rule doesn't really work because you're going over the top with it. So you need to make sure it's just just a small amount, like a little hint, okay? People are told to stay away from perfection. So even when it comes to emails, if it's too perfect and the offer sounds too good to be true, there's no spelling errors, etc., then it might not work in your favor. Sounds crazy, but you know, I've done it, I've researched it, I've actually put in the hours to see if this is actually true or not, and it is true. It seems to be true from the thousands of emails that we sent out testing it in different spaces. So yeah, I think this is a video that probably you weren't ready to hear, especially when it comes to cold emails. A video that you weren't ready to hear, but here it is anyway. Guys, I hope you found this video valuable. If you did, please leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know anything that I should touch on. Subscribe to the channel, watch more videos, and yeah, thank you guys. Bye.